Parents canceled my birthday celebration last minute when Golden Child had meltdown over failed travel plans. But one uninformed guest created unexpected drama. Be me. Just turned 20 last weekend. Parents planned this huge birthday celebration, invited all my friends and extended family, was super excited about it. Have older sister Rebecca. She's 25 and literally the most spoiled person ever. Wasn't even supposed to be home for my birthday. Would have been perfect, but life had other plans. She was supposed to go to Chicago with her friends. Trip planned for 3 days before my birthday. Massive thunderstorms hit the area. All flights canceled. Rebecca comes home absolutely livid. Parents start walking on eggshells around her. Heaven forbid their precious golden child gets upset. Morning of my birthday. Rebecca barges into parents' room. Demands my party be canceled. Her logic: if I can't have fun, neither can she. Parents don't even think twice. Immediately start sending messages to everyone. Cancel the whole thing. Don't even bother telling me. I'm in my room getting ready, waiting for guests to arrive. 8 and 9 p.m. rolls around. Nobody shows up. Finally go downstairs to ask what's going on. Parents look nervous. Tell me they canceled everything. Their excuse: Rebecca was too upset. Wouldn't be right to celebrate while she's in that state. Blood starts boiling. Start screaming at them. 20 years of unfair treatment. Always catering to Rebecca, making me compromise. This was supposed to be my day. The one time I get to celebrate, they planned everything themselves. Big party with friends and family. All canceled because Princess Rebecca's trip got delayed. Something completely out of anyone's control. Find out they lied to everyone. Told guests I was suddenly sick. Said I had terrible migraine. Asked people not to message me. That's why nobody reached out. Can't believe they did this. Start arguing even louder. Parents only worried about one thing: that I might wake precious Rebecca from her nap. Makes me even more furious. Don't hold back anymore. Rebecca finally comes downstairs. She's annoyed by all the noise I'm making. Immediately takes parents' side. Says they did nothing wrong. Actually admits she told them to cancel the party. Says she couldn't bear seeing anyone celebrate. While she was so upset, claims it would be heartless to have a party under such terrible circumstances. Then has the audacity to call me selfish. Says I'm spoiled for not understanding her feelings. After everything she's done, my blood is literally boiling at this point. Can't control myself anymore. Start cursing at her. Completely lose it. Grab her hair in pure rage. Try to shake some sense into her. Things get physical real quick. Parents have to pull us apart. Everyone's screaming and fighting. So much chaos. We don't even hear the doorbell. When the shouting finally dies down, parents open the front door. There stands grandfather. He's this super intimidating figure in our family. Everyone, including my parents, is scared of him. The moment he walks in, demands to know why there's so much yelling. Looks straight at me for answers, since I'm the one making the most noise. Usually never tell anyone about parents' treatment. Always thought it was pointless. But this time is different. Can't hold back anymore. Tell him absolutely everything. About all the favoritism Rebecca gets. How they canceled my party without telling me. Explain this isn't just a one-time thing. Been dealing with this my whole life. Finally reached my breaking point. Can't take it anymore. Watch grandfather's face as I speak. See the shock turning to pure fury. Within seconds, grandfather starts scolding my father. That's when all the truth comes out. Find out things I never knew before. Turns out grandfather has been supporting my parents financially for years. They've been struggling with their restaurant business. He's been sending them money every month. Even my birthday party was funded by him. Grandfather is absolutely livid. Tells my parents they've deeply disappointed him. Says they've traumatized me with their obvious favoritism. Parents just stand there in silence. But Rebecca, being her clueless self, actually tries to argue with grandfather. Claims she only asked for party cancellation because she was heartbroken over her stupid canceled trip. Says I'm cruel for wanting to celebrate while she's suffering. Grandfather isn't having any of her nonsense. Calls her the epitome of selfishness for demanding my 20th birthday party be canceled over a trip she could take literally any other time. Reminds her the world doesn't revolve around her. Concept seems completely foreign to her. Her arguing only makes grandfather more angry. Finally drops the bomb. Tells my parents he's cutting off all financial support. Then turns to me. Says I can pack my things. Offers to let me move in with him. Says it's clear my parents aren't doing right by me. Parents look absolutely stunned. But they're only upset about losing the money. Don't even react to me potentially moving out. Too busy trying to change grandfather's mind about the financial support. Don't waste a single second. While they're busy begging, run upstairs to my room. Start packing everything important. Grab all my documents. Pack essential clothes. Take my most precious belongings. Leave with grandfather right then and there. Don't even look back as we drive away. On the way to his house, grandfather apologizes for everything I've been through. Says he should have done this way sooner. Not sure exactly what he means, but just happy to be with him now. Only ones unhappy about this arrangement are my parents. They've been trying to contact me non-stop. Haven't blocked them yet, but haven't responded to any calls or messages either. Read all their texts though. Keep sending these fake apologies. Say they never meant to hurt me. Claim they only prioritized Rebecca because she's more sensitive. Say her feelings are fragile. Actually admit they thought I was strong enough to handle being overlooked. Like, that makes it better. Rebecca is literally 25 years old. She should have been the mature one. Should have learned to share our parents' attention, not me having to deal with it at 20. Don't believe a single word they're saying. Obviously only acting this way. Want me to return and convince grandfather to keep supporting them. All I wanted was one genuine apology, but that never came. Finally messaged Dad this morning. Tell him to stop texting me. Say I know they only care about grandfather's money. Tell them I don't need their fake apologies. Done with all of them. Canceling my birthday party was the final straw. Have zero intention of going back. Instead of apologizing, Dad actually admits they treated me unfairly. Says they're ready to make things right. Would do anything to fix this mess. See an opportunity here? Tell them there's one condition. Only way I'd consider coming back. Only way I'd talk to grandfather about supporting them again is if they promise Rebecca moves out. She's been working for 2 years anyway. Should have saved enough to live on her own by now. Don't think I'm being unreasonable, but parents completely lose it. Call my condition ridiculous and cruel. Now I'm suddenly the villain in their eyes. All because I said I'd only return if Rebecca moves out. Funny how that works. People keep asking why I never told anyone in the family about how my parents treated me. Truth is, most of it felt small at the time. Like all these little things that built up over years. Always had to leave the last portion of pasta for Rebecca, or any other food she might want. Only allowed to have it if she didn't want it. Wasn't allowed to buy clothes Rebecca liked. Parents said she had her personal style. Claimed I shouldn't copy it. Meant I couldn't wear anything trendy. Had to wear her hand-me-downs most of the time. We were the same size anyway. Rarely got new clothes. Parents always said it was unnecessary. Small things like that might seem insignificant, but they pile up over time. Still didn't think it was worth telling relatives. Even if I had told someone, doubted anyone would think these reasons were serious enough to step in and help or offer me a way out. So kept quiet about everything. Knew speaking up would only make parents angrier. As for grandfather, he's this really imposing figure. Everyone in the family respects and admires him. Was one of the best criminal defense attorneys back in the day. Won tons of difficult cases. Super strict about morals. Extremely disciplined. Incredibly wealthy too. Whole family looks up to him. Could have talked to him about the treatment, but until last year he was busy taking care of grandmother. She was in final stages of her life. He had so much to deal with. Didn't want to burden him with my problems. Seemed trivial compared to what he was handling. After grandmother passed away, he was grieving. Didn't think it was worth mentioning anyway. Now that he's offered to help, really grateful for everything. We've always had a good relationship. Not surprising he's letting me live with him. Until I start university, even promised to cover all my expenses until I can start working. Decided to stick with my condition for parents. Obviously not planning to live with them again, even if they kick Rebecca out. Just want to see if they'll actually do it. Only way to know if they're serious about wanting me back. Or if Rebecca is more important than money. Haven't told grandfather about this condition, but he kept things from me too. Only recently found out some stuff. Think it's only fair? Grandfather knew all along that my parents didn't really want me. Never did anything about it. He didn't even understand why they favored Rebecca so much. She didn't have any special qualities to justify their extreme favoritism. Grandfather finally explained everything. Parents originally planned to have only one child. 3 years after Rebecca was born, Mom got pregnant with me. They were planning to terminate, but Dad made a huge mistake. Told Mom's parents about the pregnancy. My maternal grandparents were super religious. Said if they were blessed with another child, It would be wrong to reject the blessing. Convinced my parents to keep me, then something terrible happened. Maternal grandparents had a horrible car accident. Mom was 8 months pregnant with me. They fought for their lives for 2 weeks, but eventually passed away. Mom completely lost it. Had some kind of psychotic breakdown. While still pregnant. Started blaming me for bringing bad luck. Had to be hospitalized for several weeks. When she came back, she was somewhat better. But parents subconsciously started regretting everything. They fully planned to put me up for adoption, right after I was born. But this time, paternal grandparents stepped in. Called them absolutely ridiculous. Wouldn't let them go through with the adoption. Grandfather told me all this. When I asked about something, he said, while taking me to his house, about how he should have known better. Should have made this decision long ago. Now I understand what he meant. Totally agree he should have done something sooner. Now that I know the real reason, why they treated me differently. No, I'll never go back to them. Way I'm treating them now is completely justified. They punished me for years, over something that wasn't even my fault. At least I'm better than that. I'm holding them accountable for things that actually are their fault. Still a bit upset with grandfather for not telling me the truth earlier, but understand these things are hard to talk about, especially when I was younger. He's the only person I can trust right now. Trying not to stay mad at him. Been a week and 4 days since I moved out. Parents keep texting me, trying to make me reconsider my condition. Haven't responded to any of it. No point in talking until they make a decision. Haven't heard from them for 3 days straight. Thought they finally gave up, but life had other plans. Leaving school today. See Rebecca standing outside. Get an instant bad feeling. Ask my friend Nathan to walk me home. He plays defensive tackle on football team. Absolute unit of a guy. Known him forever. Trust him completely. He knows everything about my family situation. Agrees to walk with me. Rebecca follows us silently. Super creepy vibes. Halfway home, decide to confront her. Turn around and ask what she's doing. Says she doesn't want to discuss things. In front of a stranger, tell her I don't want to talk to her at all. Starts ranting about how stressed our parents are. Blames everything on me and my behavior. Says parents told her yesterday about my condition for coming back. That I wouldn't return or help with grandfather unless she gets kicked out. Came to confront me about being unfair. Find it absolutely ridiculous. Tell her, if I can't be happy, then neither can you. Exact same logic she used for my party. Figure it should work both ways. Turn to keep walking. She starts screaming, calling me horrible person. Don't even bother responding. Just keep walking with Nathan. Give her the middle finger. Big mistake. Next thing I know, she tackles me from behind. End up face down on the ground. Can feel my backpack under me. Plus her weight on top. Thank God Nathan's there. Within seconds, feel her weight lifted off. Stand up and brush myself off. See Nathan holding her with one hand. Dude hasn't even broken a sweat. Definitely right to ask him to walk me home. Always knew Rebecca had violent tendencies. Absolutely furious, she thought. She could attack me and get away with it. Walk up to her. Slap her hard across the face. Tell her if she tries anything again. I'm calling the police. Remind her how much trouble she's already caused for our precious parents. Pretty sure they wouldn't appreciate more drama. She keeps trying to argue. But after that slap, Nathan and I just walk away. She doesn't follow anymore. Get home and tell grandfather everything. He's about to call the police. Tell him it's not worth it. Rebecca's just a pathetic loser. Pretty sure she learned her lesson anyway. Finally, tell grandfather about my condition for parents. Thought he might be upset, but he actually laughs. Says it's pretty clever. Agrees parents deserve this treatment. My back is still sore from being tackled, but feels good to finally slap Rebecca. Been wanting to do that for years. Hope they all leave me alone now. 2 days later, get message from parents. Say they've made their decision. Going to let Rebecca keep living with them? Because I'm not the kind of person they want around. Claim I've always been jealous and mean-spirited. Actually admit the only reason they wanted me back was for grandfather's financial support. But turns out they don't need it anymore. Mom's older brother stepped in, became investment partner in their restaurant. Make it super clear they never want to see me again. Think this is supposed to hurt me, but already knew their true intentions. Their revelation doesn't affect me at all. Don't even bother responding. Guess my silence triggers them. Send another message few hours later. Say they're going to block me now. Call me horrible, heartless, violent, ungrateful. Label me violent because I slapped Rebecca. Conveniently forget she attacked me first. Pretty sure they don't even know about that part. Doubt Rebecca told them about tackling me. Call me ungrateful after all they've done for me. Start listing basic parental duties, like feeding me, sending me to school, buying me clothes? Like that's some huge favor. Not just basic responsibilities. Guess in their minds, doing bare minimum means I should worship them. Want to reply to this nonsense? Decide it's not worth my time. Before they can block me, block them first. That's finally done. Grandfather and I living peacefully now. Got accepted into multiple universities. Still waiting to hear back from some top ones. Grandfather, keeping his promise. Going to cover all my expenses. We're working on our relationship. Sometimes get upset with him for not taking me away from parents sooner. But at least he's trying to make up for it now. Know he had his limitations. Can see how much he regrets. Not helping me when I needed it most. We're figuring everything out together. Never have to deal with parents alone again. Hopefully they never contact me either. Fast forward 1 full year. Everything's so much better now. Entire family cut ties with parents and Rebecca. Well, mom's side still talks to them, but dad's side completely ghosted them. All thanks to grandfather. Most people didn't know how I was treated because I never talked about it. But after grandfather cut contact, truth started coming out. Why we had this falling out. Parents got shunned by the family. Totally their own fault. Pure karma if you ask me. Heard through the grapevine. Rebecca finally moved out last week. Started living on her own. That's what reminded me to write this update. Things with Nathan got serious. We're actually dating now. See each other every weekend. Since my university is pretty close. Can go home often. Made tons of friends here. Feel like a completely different person. Grandfather and I work through our issues. Closer than ever now. He's literally my favorite person. In the entire world. Nothing will ever change that. Yeah, he made mistakes in the past. But who hasn't? I've forgiven him. We've moved forward together. Really happy now. Life's actually good for once.